Hello, Brian.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, you made it.
Yes, yeah, meeting ended actually kind of early. So
Good
that's a
deal.
rarity.
Yeah. Whoops. Good deal.
Hey,
Hey,
Hey, David.
how you doing?
I'm
well,
doing
how are you?
fine. As soon as I figure out why it jumped to the where it did. Coming up. Okay, that's too far. Let's bring it back down. Okay. Nope, that's not right. There we go. That looks, I think. Trying to get this thing just right. What's new?
Crazy week, and it's only Tuesday.
Yep.
Amen. Amen. Let's see. Gotta test that too on this one. Okay, that works. All right. Goodness, it's a lot going on this week.
I'm drooling over that Mac Mini.
Yeah, it does look nice.
And you guys were all, and you weren't the only ones. Like, oh my God, I've got to order it, or I have ordered it, and it's like, it's
No,
Tuesday, and we're
I'm,
supposed to have a week of announcements. So I would think
I mean
that
that
they wouldn't do anything on Friday because the earnings call is on Thursday night.
that's true.
Hmm.
So I would think there'll be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday if we have 4 days of announcements.
Right, Ben.
It is I, Mugshot J.
Ben,
Cutler.
who
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 are
is
you?
this Ben you speak of? My goodness,
Been a while.
it
It's,
has been.
the name is Bond, James Bond.
That's good to have you, Ben.
Glad you're feeling better.
Me too.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You have a bad cold?
No, it was migraine.
Yeah.
Even worse.
Yeah.
We're just discussing who's spending what money on a Mac Mini and whether it's smart to do it or
That,
not.
that M4 Pro that's quite a good price for even the base model.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to save it for the show, but
Yeah,
this might be the biggest upgrade to an Apple processor since the original M1 series.
yep.
Yeah, if I was in the market for a desktop, you definitely one to get.
Well, I got two Mac Minis M1s here. I can easily trade in.
Nice.
Can't imagine wouldn't get less than $200 or $300 for each one of them.
You know, it really got me thinking about my own needs. And whether an M4 Pro Mac Mini plus an iPad would better serve me than the MacBook Pro.
I'll save it for the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean there are going to be a lot of different ways to look at things, and don't forget, again, as I don't think you were here, Ben, where I just said, we still have a couple days, probably a couple days left in the week to announce things, and so is it possible that we might see an M4 Max, uh, M4 Max Mac Studio?
Yeah.
Oh,
And so if that's the case, how powerful is that going to be? How much more expensive? And my monitor fetish, it will only drive the mini will only drive three monitors. So, what how much does that factor into any decision you have?
No, the M4 Pro is a Thunderbolt 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you, David. That's something I wanted to look up. Forgot about that. Okay, so Thunderbolt 5, the cables and devices will be backward compatible with Thunderbolt 3 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, just using its stuff, it is so much faster.
Yep.
Yeah. But then we get into the thing of using Thunderbolt 5 peripherals. They're going to be really expensive out of the gate. So,
Well, just look at what OWC is selling right now.
Yeah.
yeah.
You just announced them.
Yeah. So, I mean, from a monetary consideration, there's a lot to think about.
Mhm.
Speaking about thinking about,
Yes.
I got this my Doc Pops.
Oh, cool.
Mr. Gensius.
Hi,
Doc,
how are you?
Doc Rock production.
Good.
Mhm.
I really
good.
like that color.
Hey, Marty.
Hi, how you doing, David?
Hey,
Good. I like those photos you shared with me.
Oh, okay. I didn't know how they would turn out.
I didn't look at them on my Vision Pro yet, but
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh,
try Station Spatial, I think is about the best one.
Mhm.
Vimeo, Vimeo has got some problems, as Eric and I have found out.
so I assume that these are photos that are family friendly.
of course.
Yes.
Just
Yeah, it's I did some spatial video of the maple trees in my backyard.
Yeah.
mm,
Wait, so this is not only Max.
Not only what? Max?
Not only Max.
Yeah.
shoot. You know what? I wish I'd have thought about that.
Get the live stream up.
Oh, thank you. Jeez, I am out of practice here. Let's see. Live stream, YouTube. Here comes Mr. Bolden. Go live. Hello, Eric.
Hello.
Hey, buddy.
hey,
Hey.
This is and bingo. We are live. First try. Gotta like it. Gotta like it.
Yeah, this isn't kitty time.
I really wish something had happened today.
spoiled by Amazon the night before.
Really?
Yeah.
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 I still think that they would have reversed the order if Amazon hadn't come up with that.
Man, I missed Amazon. What did they do?
They leaked it.
They put
They had-
comparison
Oh, that. Yeah. I saw that.
Mhm.
I didn't remember what you're talking about. Yep, that was kind of funny.
Mhm.
I'm sure Apple didn't think so.
No, I think they made him pull it pretty quick.
Mhm.
But it was still out there even after that article came hit. Am I sounding okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, sound good, Dave.
Did you see this, Ben? A Doc Pop?
Oh yes.
Dave, I don't know if you can see him. I'll have to move out of the way, but I've got my Etsy mount back there
Oh.
for the headset.
I mean,
Ah,
the one I got.
Oh,
The one I
nice.
got. The one I got right there.
Yeah.
I moved my Vision Pro to it right here.
I think there's a little game of one-upsmanship going on here. I'm not sure.
We just keep showing the Vision Pros because make just like you want to buy one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And the winner is the credit card company.
Brian, will you take a look? Did you see the link?
Yep, we're good.
Okay. We started streaming 108 seconds ago. Well, that's exciting. Right, so I can put Zoom away. Where is my other piece? Oh, there we go. That makes sense. Just having one of those days, just if I'm off. More
Welcome
than
to
normal.
my world.
Yeah, I went into the office yesterday and thought I would take a screenshot of my current Mac Mini so I'd have the specs.
I'm looking at my serial numbers right now.
Yeah.
I have two, so I want to see what my trade-in is going to be.
So it didn't, I thought I had saved it so it would then show up on my desktop at home, and it didn't show up on my desktop at home. So I had to wait to go into the office again today once the announcement was made. I was like, damn.
Let's see. Do I have that right? Yes. No. Yes. Yes. We will be dark next week. I'm traveling, so I got to remember to say that. And I apologize, but unless something changes, which I really don't expect it to, we will be
Gotta pay the bills.
off.
You said that was next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Delete it
So,
off my delete it off my calendar right now.
Yeah.
That's election day proper, isn't it?
It
Yes.
is.
Yep.
Yeah. So
I know. Not the best planning in the world, but hey, it is what it is.
yeah.
Who knows? The world may end after next Wednesday. For Tuesday, we won't have to worry about it. Wednesday.
Yeah. Be a non-issue.
Okay. Oh, we have people sneaking in the chat room there. I see you, some of you. Good. Nice to have everybody.
Oh, what everybody?
Well, I don't know who else is coming. I don't. Let me double check
Jeff-
Slack just before we get
Jeff
started.
said he was going to be a little late.
Okay. Webb said he was a 50-50.
Yep.
So
Webb, dude, there's nothing else to do on a Tuesday night. Get over here.
That's right. Chiefs aren't playing
Wow.
tonight.
yeah.
Eat out that
Yeah,
way.
who's going to talk about how good the Chiefs are playing if Webb's not here?
We'll have a station break when he gets here.
Yeah.
Although I tell you, that was a heck of a game Sunday.
Yes, just nobody say the words
But-
Hail and Mary.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and Bears.
Oh, that reminds me of the end of that Bears game.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
interesting.
brutal.
That was interesting.
And then your Arizona Cardinals played well, and we're playing them next week.
Yeah,
week coming up.
temporary Cardinals fan. I don't like the Cardinals.
That's right. I
He-
forgot
he's
you're a
a-
Packer fan.
He's
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
Packers
cheesehead.
fan.
But I'll go for Cardinals next week. That's for sure.
I tell you, when I'm not hating the Packers, I'm hating the Jets.
There's nothing to hate. Rodgers
Yeah.
is screwing that team up all by himself.
Oh my
Yeah.
god,
Yeah.
we fleeced them on that one. Yeah,
You mean the New Jersey Packers?
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. Packers East.
Yeah, David, I'm sorry that the Chicago, the guy going, that was way down the field taunting the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah,
before
that
the
was
play started. It's like, okay,
pretty
that
dumb.
that was dumb, especially with what happened. I don't know that it would have changed that result any, but it sure did make him look bad.
Yep.
Oh, there's Jim coming in onto the wire.
Jim Ray.
Mr. Ray, how are you?
Still getting his headphones working.
Can you hear us, Jim?
Not yet.
David, stop saying nasty things about Jim. Hello, Jim.
Nope.
Nope.
Looks like Webb might be here in about 20 minutes per the chat.
Can you hear us, Jim? Hello,
check.
Earth
Check,
to
check.
Jim.
I'll be
Nothing
back
yet.
in a minute.
Okay, thanks, Eric.
Add a Apple Studio Display.
I know what you're doing.
Yes, I am.
I'm sorry. What did you say, Dave? I
I
missed
said
it.
add an Apple Studio Display. And then it says add an Apple Watch.
Wow.
While you're at it, spend another $20,000.
Yeah.
Jim, you with us?
He's working on his audio.
That will be the that'll be the new would be a title of the show. Jim, you with us?
Check. Up to
Ground
365.
control to
Okay.
Major Jim.
With that background, I keep thinking of Jim from the Hearts of Space.
Mhm.
Jim reaches back into a nebula
Into,
cloud.
into the space and just picks stuff out of the stars.
Yeah,
Those
that's
AirPods.
exactly what it looks like.
Those AirPods Max.
Mhm. And they're the Lightning version too, not the USB. Ah, we heard you, Jim.
Big Eric. Yep.
Aren't we told that AirPods just automatically connect? It's seamless. Never-
Yeah.
Nope.
They don't specify where they connect, but yeah.
It's all
It's
that
all-
interference from the stellar cloud, Jim. Mm. All right, let's get going. So everything is looking good here. So I'm going to start off a little bit unusual. So here we go.
Oh, we
Yeah.
always started off unusual.
Well, yeah, good point. Good point. In 3, 2,
Boxer shorts.
Welcome. Jeez,
Oh,
I forgot. That's
Jeff's on the road.
yeah.
Tidy whities.
Oh,
That's not a picture I needed.
Are we going to get this started?
Under traffic.
Yes. Are we going to get this started? Depends.
Oh, look who snuck in at the wire. And I
Ears
saved
are
him.
ringing.
Well, based on what I just heard, I think I'm supposed to yell underpants.
No, I yelled boxer shorts.
Oh,
I said boxer shorts.
I'm so proud of you.
I said under traffic.
See, this is why I love all of you.
yeah. You've trained them well, Jeff. You've trained them well.
Those are core
Oh, my
reasons to
sweet
love
little
all of us.
minions.
Chuck, are you going to get like a flashlight and you just
No,
head
I'm
right
not
your
gonna.
chin too?
No, I'm not going to go overboard here. So, all right, let's do it. In 3, 2. Welcome to MacVoices.
Underpants.
Yeah.
Okay, now you can do a show.
Welcome to the MacVoices Hour with Count Chuckenstein.
I
Yes.
just realized I've got a background for this show.
Oh, nicely done.
Dude.
Mm.
You
All
know,
right.
Hey, Chuck, can you change your name on screen so it's Count Chuckula?
Mm.
3. I'm going to try again. 3. 3, 2.
Darn, I was really looking forward to last week to make sure that I didn't look at the internet at all. No, I'm serious.
Okay.
I
No.
don't want to look at the internet next Tuesday night.
oh, nothing will be decided. It'll take at least a few days.
Exactly. So there's no
At
point in me
least.
looking. It'll just make me insane.
Okay, peeps, I got to get going.
Okay.
Take care,
Thanks,
Ben.
Ben.
Bye,
Ben.
Take care.
Good to see you, Ben.
Good seeing you
See you
again,
guys.
man.
Yeah.
See
Come
ya.
back soon. Bye.
I put in a link in the private show for After Dark. Any of you know what James Dempsey and the Breakpoints are?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Actually, at one point, I guess it was.
Nice.
Did you watch it? Are you watching it?
No, I'm paying attention to this.
Oh, well, I mean, that's not. I don't know that it's funny. It's not supposed to be funny.
No, I was
That's
remembering
I love
other
that.
shows. It's like, yeah, I was.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
James Dempsey and the Breakpoints. Yes, James Dempsey was a programmer at Apple, and about 15 years ago, I think, he gave a dub talk, and at the end, he pulled out a guitar and played a song that he wrote. That he, made the lyrics for. He adjusted the lyrics for programming, and it's since become a big tradition that they has a whole concert, and he actually had an album that was like #1 comedy album on iTunes at one point. But I linked to the 2-hour mark in this year's performance, where which was actually not him, but a woman named Shloka singing a version of "Make Something Wonderful" that was adjusted for the words. And you may recognize this Shloka person because she is the Mac Mini product manager and
Oh.
is giving the Mac Mini introduction this morning. So this is a slightly different side of her.
That's very cool, Jim. Yeah.
As soon as that
That's
came on,
super
I'm like,
cool.
oh my God, that's Shloka. So I saw that live.
Oh, that's cool.
I didn't
That
even
is
know
cool.
that he had done the live near WWDC. So this is
He
great.
does it every year. But it's not usually up on. I was really glad I was able to find it on YouTube for free.
Yeah. Yeah, and there are only 38 likes. So it seems to be a
Seriously?
well-kept secret.
I
Yeah.
wonder if there's other versions of it up there. That's terrible if there's only 38 likes.
Well, I don't think it's, a case of not liking it. It's just a case of people didn't know about it. Because I know James Dempsey and the Breakpoints, and I felt like
But
I didn't.
I mean, there
was
was
not
a
aware
lot
of
more
this.
than 38 people in the room. So,
Yeah. Well,
but he's
again,
he's only got 29 subscribers. What's up with that?
yeah.
129.
Yeah. Oh. And then Marty, I saw. I'm not sure we'll mention it here verbally, unless you want to, but this is going to be interesting to see what happens. When did you say you're doing this Wednesday?
We're going to do it tomorrow. I've
What-
got a couple of folks from, Bob Wood from
Oh, sure.
T-Mug.
Mhm.
He's going to join, and then another person, Chris, that he has that also kind of focuses on older age users. And then I've got a guy who's 85 years old, Gary, who's in my group, who occasionally shouts at clouds. So he's kind of fun. And then another guy, very talented math teacher, who is retired, who's going to join us. And we're just going to talk about what topics we're thinking of and what we can do. And we're going to keep it short to like 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes. And I'd like to get to the AirPods as hearing tests and hearing aids, and talk about that for the group. So, and then other accessibility kind of things we'll come up with.
Most people
I did my hearing test today.
And how'd that work out?
Despite my wife's disagreement, it said that I had no or slight hearing issues. She insists that I am deaf as a bird, but
I believe it's called selective hearing.
that's what I say. Yeah, that's it.
There we go.
Honey, I can't hear anything you're saying. And so she kind of started to say, well, that's just Apple. That's some app. It's not something professional. And I said, you need to read more about it before you throw stuff at it. And then I said, why don't you take the test? Let's see who really is deaf in this household.
Ooh.
Wow.
So,
And
yeah, well,
so how comfortable is your couch?
Yeah.
no. We have a honeymooner sort of relationship in our household, in terms of we get into each other every once in a while. Yeah. But I passed, I felt good about it. And I learned something about the process. Like you can't have your wife come in and interrupt you while you're doing it, because that becomes background noise and then it invalidates the test.
Yep.
So there's all sorts of things.
I had some noise in my background. I didn't finish it the whole way through.
Yeah, if the ventilation is too loud, that invalidates it too.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it in my office at work. I had to go to a conference room.
All right, guys, I'm gonna take off. Have a good night.
Take care, Dave.
Good night.
Good night, David.
Take care.
See you,
Good night.
Dave.
See you.
Oh, yeah, Jim's still here. I was going to say, Jim, do you have a report on the World Series?
I do.
5-4 Yankees.
Ooh.
In
What
the
inning?
End of the fifth.
Oh, and
So,
Jeff and some of you here got me into Star Trek: Strange New Worlds.
Awesome.
Because you were all talking about the Star Trek universe, and then somebody suggested beyond OG or beyond the original series, go to try that out. And yeah,
Good. You're welcome.
So glad Lower Decks is back on that note.
Yes. And those first couple episodes that they've already dropped, they just come out swinging with that show.
Yeah.
Mhm.
and the ways that they can weave in such, obscure references that you really have to dig in and reference, and it's so well done. Yeah.
I'm
So certainly be
looking.
missed.
I'm really looking forward to the Section 31 movie.
Me too.
That I think is going to. I hope they do as good a job with it as they could. But with Michelle Yeoh, I feel like they almost automatically it'll be a great addition to the universe.
I'm appreciative of it happening. I just wish it was episodic instead of a one-time film.
Yeah, but I keep wondering, Brian, if that might open the door to a few more projects like this that are not the big super productions that seem to be demanded for the theatrical releases. But if we could see some favorite characters or some further adventures or some offshoots a little bit easier than we've been able to now, up to this point anyway.
Kind of like a longer form of the short treks that were on for a little while.
Yeah, that's a good way to say it.
Fun.
Yeah.
And Section 31, there was one of the cons just recently where they had people from the show or the movie they were being interviewed, and there was talk about depending on how this one does or how well it's received, there are other stories that they can tell with the Section 31 cast. And of course, because there's always intrigue and espionage. So yeah. So it may not be a one-off, but we'll see.
Yeah, I would vote for that because I thought that was one of the highlights of Discovery was the whole Section 31 Michelle Yeoh thing.
Yeah.
Which I know apparently I'm in the minority because that necessarily wasn't something that a lot of people wanted for Discovery, but I thought it was good.
I liked it.
Yeah.
And the whole Section 31 thing, I mean, coming out of a storyline in Deep Space Nine and then getting built up into this whole thing in Star Trek Enterprise, and then coming back in Discovery, it's like, yeah, we need to. There's this whole thing there underneath the Star Trek Utopia that'd be really fun to explore.
Yeah, I agreed, Jeff. Of course, I want him to bring back Captain Lorca. I thought
Captain Lorca was great.
Yeah. He was much more interesting than, shall we say, than some of the other captains or people who became captains and like to preach a lot. Sorry. Oops, that's
all right, I gotta go.
On that note, yeah. Go kill a deer, Eric.
Yeah.
See you. Good night.
Good night, Eric.
I'm gonna go too.
I guess I would. Yeah, I should fold up my tent too.
Yeah, I'm done. So
yeah, I spent half a day in a cranberry bog over the weekend. So
and that's
on purpose.
Euphemism.
Yeah,
that should have been your lead, Chuck.
Yeah, is that code?
No, that's no. We were visiting family on Cape Cod and going by one of the bogs, and they were doing harvesting. And my sister had never seen them harvest, neither had I, for that matter. We knew how it was done, we just never seen it. So they said walk down in the bog and talk to the people doing it, and they were great. It was genuinely interesting about how they harvest and which methods produce the berries that can go to which direction, and the fact that the vines that they are harvesting there on the Cape are old vines and they produce a different flavor cranberry than the ones that are commercially done. So Yeah, a lot of really interesting things, and the weather was perfect. The scenery was amazing. So
That's
if you've never
awesome.
seen it, yeah, if you've never seen it, you should look up just pictures of cranberry bog harvesting because
It
it
is
really is.
fascinating.
Yeah, it's spectacular.
And they go good with
So-
vodka.
Yes.
Yeah.
I listened to a small town murder podcast where they buried the body in a bog, and they went into that whole process.
Jeez.
There's a process of burying a body in a bog. That's
Well,
But
how
if you're
how
gonna
hard
do
it
it
is to
right.
find bodies in bogs.
Hey, just a quick question. How many of you guys have upgraded to Sequoia?
Yeah,
I
I
have.
have.
Okay. I
Yep.
just haven't done it yet, and I'm getting ready to pull the trigger. So like I said, mainly because I've been real busy this past week since last time we were on, so I just haven't had the time to take the chance of hitting the button and something going wrong. Then I don't have the time to undo it. So I hear it's a pretty simple upgrade though. So
There's a website. I'm sure I can find it somewhere, unless any of you guys know it off the top of your head. It references all the different
Roaring
applications that have been tested. So if you're worried about maybe an app not being compatible, gosh, I'm sure I have a bookmark somewhere.
Lion. Yeah, it's Roaring Lion,
Okay.
roaring lion,
isn't it?
not lion.
Or Roaring Tiger? It's whichever cat version.
There it is, roaringapps.com. Is that it?
Oh, now it's Roaring Apps.
Roaring apps. Yeah.
Yeah, here, I'll send the link
Okay.
in the chat. So that's not it. I
Oh
think this
wow.
was it.
They did a nice refresh on the website.
Boy, I'll say,
Yeah.
look at the.
Very clean.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I guess it makes sense to change it to Roaring Apps because we're way beyond the cat names now.
yeah,
But yeah, I think it started as roaringlion.com.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
It
looks like the chart
if
is.
you had asked me, is it okay to upgrade to Sequoia before 15.1 came out, I would have told you, let's wait and see. And 15.1 is out, and so far it seems fine to me. So you're probably okay. I'm still having some weird audio issues that well, since you don't have a lot of unique audio configurations for podcasting, probably wouldn't be an issue.
no, but I do use SoundSource a lot. So
I use SoundSource all the time, and
Yeah.
I'm not having issues with SoundSource.
you don't use Teams, do you?
I don't use Teams often, but I do.
Yeah.
I do use Teams. Like
I
if
have a
the
lot of
client
problems.
is using Teams. Then,
I have a lot of problems with Bluetooth audio specifically on Teams.
Yeah,
So
Teams, I get a warning all the time that I'm on the classic Teams, and I should get my admin to fix that. But my admin's the university, so they don't fix anything. So I just keep running classic Teams.
mm-hmm.
For better or worse.
yeah,
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say I'm running the current version of the new Teams as opposed to the classic, and that's our whole communications platform in my office. I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
And if I knew somebody to fix it, I would. So
Yeah. I know that's what we use at work, but that's on our work machines that are Windows.
Webb, what would you use if you didn't have to use Teams for communication within your office?
before we had Teams, we were using a Cisco product. They were unified communications platform, and I was really happy with it. The problem was we had a on-premise solution, and when we went to Teams, we went to a cloud-based solution. And I'm just not real crazy about most cloud-based solutions. So that's the long and short of what the issue that I'm having with it is just when we were on premise on the Cisco platform, it was a lot more stable in my mind. But Cisco quit supporting their on-premise solution and went to a cloud-based one. So, and I still think that our Microsoft rep has plied my IT guy with strippers and cocaine. I'm thoroughly convinced of it. So,
Gee, I'm on Teams and I didn't get any strippers or cocaine.
well,
Oh, that's because you're on the classic version.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Go to the university and tell them you want the strippers and cocaine version.
I want the stripper version of Teams.
Yeah.
Yes.
See how well that goes.
It's not as full function. It's a
Yeah.
little stripped down.
Yeah.
I mean, doesn't that
Right.
come
Oh,
with tenure?
That was
You
terrible,
are
Brian.
tenure tracked, right? So,
Yeah, I'm tenure
Okay.
track. They could fire me tomorrow and I'd be happy.
Yeah.
I'll be retired.
Mm,
so.
mm.
Well, gentlemen, now let's see. I meant to tell David that he needs stickers for his iOS podcast because I got Retro Watch and MacVoices, and I need more stickers, and I do have the handy little towel that I got here from Marty. So
Yeah, I also
Dave and I have talked about that.
Yeah, I had stickers too, but they're larger, and I've got a better idea in terms of that. You got me into this, Jeff, and I just put it on today with the intent of maybe trying to draw something with it, and was playing with Procreate and trying to get used to it. And I've got 2 days left to Inktober, so.
You know, the great thing about Inktober is you can do it whenever you want, as much as you want.
Yeah,
Now, you know what I'm looking
I think
for?
violin is tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
I need to do today's drawing still, and I'm probably going to do it tomorrow.
I was going to ask what your guys' take is on the is it the start of daylight savings or end of daylight savings? I mix it
November.
up just because Arizona doesn't celebrate.
we're moving to standard time
Moving to standard
from
time.
daylight
Okay.
savings. You're in Arizona. You don't care.
Well, here's why I do care. It's gonna be great because right now when I get home from work, it's a very short turnaround between work and joining the show. It's gonna be an extra hour because local time I start at come on at 5, and then now I'm gonna be local time coming on at 6.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah,
excited.
we're going to record. We're going to try and record tomorrow at what would be 9 o'clock our time, and it's 6 o'clock where these guys are in Arizona.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
So it'll be 7 o'clock the following week, but tomorrow we're going to be dealing with a 3-hour difference.
Yeah.
I wish we could pick one and I don't even care if it's like we shift just half an hour, or it doesn't matter because clocks are arbitrary anyhow. But I just wish we could pick one time thing and stick with it year round.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree, Jeff. Every year they talk about all the downsides to it financially for people's health and everything, and every year we still do it.
Yeah. Arizona's doing something right.
Yeah.
Take it as you can get it.
Maybe we should just all in protest, just pick it and stick with it.
Well, Colorado voted to get rid of the time change, and it's written like a lot of the other states that have done the same thing, where you have to get enough states in this block around us that all agree to do it, and once we hit that threshold, then it triggers. So who knows if we'll ever get that.
Yeah. There are probably other bigger issues that we'll be dealing with soon. So
That's how it always goes.
yeah. All right, guys. Well, I'm
Okay.
sorry about next week. There's not much I can do about it.
You going
Unfortunately.
someplace fun?
Well, Webb, you know how that is. Even if you
Yeah,
go
I know
someplace
exactly.
fun, you're stuck in a conference room and hotel. So,
Right.
but yeah, the trip is the trip is to New Orleans. So
Oh,
we'll get
have you been to, if you get out to dinner in New Orleans, go to the Palm Court.
a Palm Court.
Yeah, it is traditional jazz. It is 6 guys that one guy gets the phone call and he calls the other 5. And you can get a table there. The meal is good. It's not terribly expensive. But the trick is to show up at around 7 o'clock and have them have a table for you stage side. You call up and make a reservation. You go through your main course at 7. The band takes a break at like 8 or 9. And then you decide you need to do dessert and you get a second round of the band.
That sounds nice.
It's
Is it on Bourbon
Double
Street
check.
or?
Their website is vague. I don't know if they closed permanently in June of this year or if they're closing permanently in June of next year. But I just brought up the
Oh,
website.
really?
Yeah, hold on. I'll drop the link.
I was down there this year. So it for a conference would have been a conference in June.
So you might have been there at the tail end of when they were open.
It looks nice.
I was in New Orleans and I was with some business associates. We went to this bar. It was about 9:30 at night, having a great time. Didn't drink too much. I wasn't sober, but I wasn't drinking too much. We decided it's time to leave. I walk outside the door to the bar, and it was 3:30 in the morning. I just go, oh crap.
Well, welcome to New Orleans.
Yeah, exactly. Lose all sense of time, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it closed in 2024.
Oh, too bad.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Because, New Orleans, you go on Bourbon Street and you get to hear 80s rock bands. I mean, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Now I'm really sad. Because when I was there for a conference, I took a bunch of doubtful, they were tired of the stuff on Bourbon Street. So we took cabs over to this in the Market District and they just had a great time.
I'm with you on that. Good call.
Yeah.
Well, if you were there this week, you
Man.
could have seen Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Well,
missed that.
we planned this poorly because weren't there.
Yeah.
Well, next time we're all going to gather in Kansas City, and Webb's going to have her over to his house, and we'll get to say hello then.
Again?
Yeah, you better do it during football season because when football season's not here, they're gone. But I know where Travis's house is. So
okay.
He used to be real close, but then he moved to the mega mansion. So
I'm texting my sister that Palm Court closed. That was her hangout when she'd go to the.
well, there are some great restaurants in New Orleans, though. So
yeah. Oh yeah, that's not a problem. I've only been to New Orleans once, but I ate well when I was there. No, twice.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me, twice.
My parents, they used to live in Slidell, and my dad worked in New Orleans. And there was one year that I was down visiting, and And my parents are like, "Oh, we have to take you out for the best po' boy you've ever had." And I'm like, "Okay," because I'd had some really good ones. And we take off, and we're not driving towards New Orleans. We're just getting deeper into the woods. And then Dad pulls off at this crappy looking little gas station, and we go inside, and it's this little gas station where they also make po' boys. And holy crap, best po' boys ever.
Yeah, it's hard not to get. Would be hard to not get good food in New Orleans.
You can do it if you try, but yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
you're not looking hard enough.
yeah, yeah. I'm just sitting here looking at a couple restaurant menus, and it's like, yeah,
Let me put this in
Black-
the chat for you, Chuck. I
Okay.
just ran a. Is it going to let me do it? No, damn it, it's not going to let me do it. I just ran a search for alternative restaurants to the Palm Court Cafe. I'll put the link in. Maybe you can grab it from that.
Okay.
And AI gave a list of ones that were similar to Palm Court, and I don't know if that'll work or not.
Let's see. That gave, excuse me, that gave me a bunch of Palm Court links. There's an article in there. Where was I? I lost it. Dining with live jazz. Come on, 14 live music venues with first-rate food in New Orleans.
Well, let me do this. Let me see if I can drop an image in of what I've got on my screen. Have you been to the Napoleons?
Napoleon's is
Orleans?
good.
Yeah,
No, I
especially
have not.
if you're a movie buff.
Thanks, Marty. I got it.
Yeah. Napoleon's, it's not on the list, but great muffaletta sandwiches, wonderful court to sit and eat in. But a lot of movies like Runaway Jury and any legal movie, JFK. There's a scene in JFK where John Candy's is talking to Kevin Costner in Napoleon's.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, there
If
it
I'm
is. Yeah.
lucky, I may get a little bit of free time, but they have us booked pretty much from the time we start up until we end.
Are you down in the quarter? Are you staying down in that part of the town, or you know?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So, I mean,
You don't need any sleep.
yeah. Well, that's true too. Yeah. Except that, well, wait a minute. Stop and think about it. I work for an insurance company. You tell me how exciting the meetings are going to be. So,
Yeah, you'll sleep during the day. You don't need.
There's a joke that a guy used to work for me used to say is that, all insurance companies drink, but your company drinks a lot. So, anyway, Brennan's is a classic, especially for breakfast. So,
yeah, I've been to Brennan's. What's the oh shoot. Okay, I went completely blank.
Captain's
What's the New
Captain's
Orleans
quarters or
dessert?
something? Oh,
beignets.
No, try again. That originated in New Orleans because we went to the
flambe. What is it?
Bananas Foster.
Foster. Yeah.
Yes, I can't think of the restaurant. I couldn't think of the dessert, let alone the restaurant where it allegedly started. At Brennan's, yeah, it was Brennan's. Okay, yeah.
My niece worked for the Brennans, and I think is it Captain's Quarters in New Orleans? What is it's a Brennan restaurant. And she used to be like house manager for them for a long period
Oh,
of
okay.
time. She still lives there with her
Commander's
husband.
Palace.
Commander's Palace, yeah.
Commander's Palace. Oh, that's interesting. They've got first picture on the page had ooh, that looks good. Oh my god.
Yeah, that will cost you
okay,
that will
space.
cost you a MacBook Pro though.
Well, this part of this will be an expense account. Of course, I don't know where they're taking us. I don't know why. I might give some free time for lunch. Emerald. The first thing that pops up is Emerald Lagasse on their page.
Lunch is Napoleon's, particularly if you've got good weather. Would you agree, Jeff?
It's a nice place. Yep. I'm trying to remember the name of this other place that I went and ate, and it's like just like you'd walk past it and it looks like any other restaurant with a neon sign in the window. And damn, I cannot remember, but what it's called. I'll find it because I took a picture in there when I was eating at one conference. And
I went to a place on Canal Street. They took me to this place that was really nice. All kind of white decor inside.
I just punched up the Napoleon House. Holy cow. That looks like a lot more than lunch, but the picture of the muffalata is.
Well, you can get halves and quarters.
Nah.
Yeah. You won't go hungry, and you can't go wrong at Napoleon's.
I got a side of rice with a muffalata.
Oh, guys, you're killing me. You're killing me. Oh, I'm looking at the gym.
When I find the name of the place that I found, that it's not a hole in the wall, but it's not something that stands out. And you go in and it's not fancy, but holy shit, you cannot order anything that disappoints you there. It's just not possible. Everything was just so fucking good.
Okay, I appreciate it, Jeff. Specialty.
Now we want a full culinary report from you when you get back.
I'll be happy to give it to you if they let me out. I don't know where they're taking. I know dinner at least one night is scheduled, so but if I can escape, that would be nice.
Do they take attendance?
Yes. Yeah, unfortunately.
You just find someone walking down the street and say, give them $50 and have them sit in for you, and for your name badge, you're fine.
You have a more evil mind than I realized. I like you. This is good. It's
New Orleans.
I think it was the Creole House on Canal Street. I'm taking a look at it now.
Real House, New Orleans.
Taylor Swift cocktails.
Who knew?
This looks pretty. The Creole House looks really good.
Yeah, I mean that's where the hotels are. I don't know where you're staying down there, but that's where conference centers and Marriott's there, and I think it's not too far from.
Sauteed crab claws. Chicken and andouille gumbo. Oh my god.
God, I'm
think I'm
jealous.
Gonna have to call and order a pizza or something before I go to bed because now I'm hungry.
That's fair.
It's not the same, but it'll have to do. Gentlemen, thank you. Fun
Great.
evening. Fun
Yes, it
evening.
was.
Enjoy your trip.
Thank you. I hope
Yes.
so. I hope so.
And see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
if there's any excitement, Slack is usually a good place to post it because I try to check that even more than my mail, frankly. So
Webb, who are the Chiefs going to lose to next?
God, who do they play? I can't tell you. I can bring up my calendar and tell you. But they
okay.
play Monday. It'll be here in Kansas City. They haven't played a game in Kansas City. They played one game in October and that was it. So, 4th, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield. He's a
Oh,
football player, Jeff.
Resurgence.
Okay.
Baker Mayfield, the old Cleveland Browns
Mm-hmm.
quarterback who
I'll do you one better than that.
drank his way out of a job.
Baker Mayfield was the quarterback at Texas Tech and got mad and left and transferred to Oklahoma. And a guy by the name of Patrick Mahomes took his place at Texas Tech as the starting quarterback.
wow.
Do the Chiefs know that you're stalking them? Is this reportable behavior?
Well, yeah, because I'm a season ticket holder and have been for forever. So I pay for this privilege. So.
I tell you that it was a pleasure to watch Mahomes work in that third and fourth quarter this time. I mean, it was like, okay, we couldn't find our rhythm, and then all of a sudden it just clicked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's really interesting as a person. He's really interesting. He has his brother who's kind of a jackass, and his wife is kind of a social media darling, which is good and bad. But he just stays true to himself and does not get involved in any of that. It's kind of amazing. So
yeah, we didn't. The Commanders and Bears game was only passingly mentioned in the pre-show because I was afraid David was either going to quit or cry, one of the two. So,
All right, guys, I gotta go.
Me too.
All right, take care, guys. Thanks so
Be
much.
safe. Be safe, Chuck.
Thanks.
Good night,
Thanks so
everyone.
much. Good night.
Good night.
New business. Wait a minute, Brian. New business idea be Chuck for a day. I just saw that. I didn't see that before until right now.
It was that based on the comment that who was it? I think Webb mentioned about the exchanging the the name tag to a stranger.
I'm not sure they'd want that job, but I like the idea.
Yeah. Oh,
Take
man.
care.
Yeah,
See
you
soon.
too. Yep.
Thanks.
Sounds good. Bye.
Bye. Visit MacVoices.com for show notes and to connect with Chuck on social media. Get involved in our Facebook group or like our Facebook page, and get more out of your Apple tech with MacVoices Magazine, free on Flipboard and on the web. And if you find value in it all, consider supporting us through either our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/MacVoices or by making a one-time donation via the PayPal link on our front page and in the show notes of each episode. You will join these fine people who help bring you Mac Voices. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media at backbeatmedia.com. Bandwidth provided by CashFly at cashfly.com.